Hello and welcome back to another session of Therapy and Panels. Today's episode's a little bit more reflective since today is Veterans Day. Comic books are often filled with people wearing masks, carrying shields, or flying into danger, but many of those heroes started as something real. Soldiers, airmen, Marines, veterans. These stories don't just come from imagination, they come from experience. Writers and artists who lived through wars poured their emotions, their trauma, and their hope onto the ink and paper. So today, let's honor veterans, both the real ones and the ones who helped us understand heroism in the pages of comics. These are a few people that come to mind when it comes to veterans in the comic book universes. Let's start with the symbol himself, Captain America. Born in 1941 before the U.S. even entered World War II, Cap was more than a hero, he was a message. Steve Rogers represented every soldier who wanted to do what was right, even when the world was falling apart. He wasn't powerful because of the super soldier serum. He was powerful because he chose to fight for the people who couldn't fight for themselves. In many ways, Cap isn't just a soldier, he's a promise. A reminder that patriotism isn't blind loyalty. It's standing up for what's right, even when it's unpopular. Then we have Frank Castle, the Punisher. The flip side of that same coin. While Captain America came back from war as a symbol, Frank came back as a warning. He's a Marine who lost everything: his family, his peace, and his faith in the system. Frank represents the scars that don't heal when the war ends. He's a story about grief, vengeance, and what happens when pain becomes purpose. For me personally, he's not a hero to celebrate. He's a mirror, a reflection of what happens when someone gives everything for their country and has nothing left to come home to. It's not comfortable, but it's an honest thing on what happens, and that is something that we need to do better on as a people. Hey everybody, this is a little bit later on. It kind of came across to me when I said about someone who I wouldn't see as a hero when it comes to Frank Castle. The stuff that he did for our country, I'm not denying any of that stuff. That he is a veteran and someone who you should say thank you for the country for. What I mean by someone I wouldn't see as a hero is just, I understand the trauma, I understand all this stuff, but I still wouldn't approve of just someone just running around just killing people, guns a-blazing all over the place. That's all I meant on that part. Him for his deals as a veteran, I thank you for your service, Frank. But him just running around doing his Punisher stuff, that I don't approve of. John Stewart, the Green Lantern, a Marine, architect, and arguably one of the most grounded Green Lanterns out there. He's not reckless or flashy, he's steady, thoughtful, and focused. He's a soldier who always finishes the mission and rebuilds what's broken afterward. Shown differently kind of courage that comes from serving. Finally, there's Nick Fury, the soldier who never really got to stop fighting. From leading the Howling Commandos in World War II to running S.H.I.E.L.D., Fury is the career veteran, the man who turns his battlefield instincts into leadership. He's cynical, scarred, and tired, but he never quits. He represents a truth every veteran knows. Sometimes leadership means carrying the weight of choices no one else wants to make. He's the kind of man who might save the world, but you can tell it costs him something every time. So, going through at least these members of who are veterans, what do they all have in common? They remind us that service doesn't end when the battle's over. It echoes in courage, in sacrifice, and compassion. Comics give us super soldiers and cosmic warriors, but the truth is, the greatest stories of bravery come from real people. People who didn't need powers or armor or a shield to be heroes. So today, if you're a veteran, or if anyone out here there watching knows a veteran, thank them. Not just for their service, but for their strength. Because without them, we wouldn't just have fewer heroes on the page, and we'd have fewer in the world. So for all of us here at Therapy and Panels, thank you all for your service, and I am the Super Guru, signing off.